I like to wake up early, usually around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, because my body's like, hello, I'm here. But I realized I also just love mornings. I know all you night owls are out there thinking, what the heck is wrong with you? But I'm starting to ask why I really like mornings, and I think because I can walk around and not see many people. Yep, I've said it. I love walking around and the city is still sleeping. I get to walk around like I own the place. Just being able to walk around and breathe without a got a dollar, you biatch, or even online. What is that? It's clearly incorrect. It's so lopsided. Get some perspective. I've got to reply to this. Nope. So I've been discovering some really fun rituals to get rid of toxic shit from your life. Number 1. Don't engage. I have been practicing my screensaver face a lot recently. You know, the one that's blank and can kind of fit into any situation. The non-intrusive gaze. Just like pairing a fine wine with dinner, you also need to pair your screensaver face with your legs so you can walk away. I've been doing this same thing, and you might need to start finding creative ways to disengage with people. Finding ways to disengage with idle chat, and definitely removing yourself from situations where people are gossiping. Yeah, so we went out, I think it was like Thursday night, but she was so off her face, and I thought, why didn't we even try going the first time? You know what I mean? Sorry, I just have to go to the toilet. But I can assure you that the benefits of not engaging with all that stuff are well worth every effort. So you can smell the roses. And experience some pretty wild things like actually feeling in a good mood. And there's a term for a concept that I love called the law of lesser pisses. When you're deciding to do something or not do something, there's a chance you're either going to piss somebody else off or you're going to piss yourself off, and you have to live with you. So, every time you sell yourself out or compromise, you are sending yourself the message that you are not worthy, whether that means you're not worthy of time or effort or energy or even being happy. And sometimes when you're dealing with certain circles of people, it might actually mean you have to move, whether it's desk, office, state or country. I've found it so beneficial to get really clear and selective on who you choose to engage with. There's someone for everyone, so it's not like you have to worry that they're not ever going to find somebody else to spend their time with. I was thinking, how do I phrase this? Secondly, tell the truth. There is no quicker way of finding out who's going to leave your circle when you start telling the truth. The truth can be a hard pill to swallow, and the truth is often what not a lot of us are ready to accept with right now or want to even face. But it is so liberating to be able to put your authentic self out there, uncensored, around the right people. As you know, if you've watched me for a little while, you know I've got a bit of a dark sense of humor. Like black coffee. No cream, no sugar, in your face, pure hit. It's dark, it's earthy, it's real. That kind of humor is not for everyone. I get it. But when someone does get it, and they understand that I'm not being totally serious and that I'm making fun of life, not someone personally, also that we can have a laugh and lighten life's burdens together. It's glorious. I feel like, can I breathe with you right now? How good does it feel when somebody sees you in your authentic self and doesn't reject you from the tribe? When I have a real friend, I'd take a bullet for them. Or maybe just a graze, not all the way through. Maybe all the way through, but not in a vital part, and it leaves a really cool scar like a wolf face or something. Now, this is what I've experienced, and you might have found the same, but people tend to bail on you when you tell the truth, and I can only imagine how people will behave when it comes to some economic depression like nothing that's in the pipeline right now. For example, I'm going to share a story about when I was practicing law, and there was another young female lawyer at the time who, well, she would be, let's just say, a little bit, little unprofessional at work. And she noticed that people weren't taking her terribly seriously. And she asked me for my opinion about why people weren't taking her so seriously. And this is a woman who the walls are paper thin in the offices, so you could hear people's conversations sometimes. And she'd be sitting in a senior lawyer's office. She'd just be giggling like a schoolgirl, and I felt embarrassed listening to the conversations that were going on. I realized that's my shame to deal with, but I was surprised she actually came to me and asked me, why aren't people taking me seriously? And I know that I will tell somebody the truth if they're going to ask me a question. And I really was very clear and said, you sure you want to ask me what my opinion was? She said, yes, because I know you'll tell me. So straight out I said, you come across and present as a little airheaded and ditzy. And I think that's why people aren't taking you seriously. Man, she went crying to another lawyer and don't ask my opinion if you don't want me to tell you the truth. It's hard. It's hard to tell the truth and know that somebody's going to be totally freaked out and upset by it, but I don't want to lie. I don't want to have friends around that I have to continually lie to. Okay, so like I said, tell the truth, and that will be a great way of sorting your sheepies from your goatees. Number 3, less is more. Less friends is actually a really good thing. Quality over quantity. If you have one person in your life that you could call up in the middle of the night and ask them to help you bury a body, that is a rare gift. Simplifying and streamlining your life means less stress. Decrease your options, but make those options really high quality people with integrity, or people with the qualities that you're looking for, or whatever qualities you deem to be valuable in your life, because you are literally exchanging your life with them. So whatever values you have, you find values in other people, and then you can agree to have them in your life, not just a default, well, I've always been a friend since school. No, you don't have to continue that if that's no longer in alignment with where you're heading. If you've got a bunch of friends and relatives, way too many people, it can sometimes lead to having so many choices it feels tyrannical. Like, it's a bit like having a TV with 300 choices and channels. Like, eventually you get to a point where you think, I'm going to watch nothing tonight because I don't know which friend to watch. Strip it back, minimize, simplify, and you might just find that what comes in is a sense of clarity and direction, and it frees you up to bring in that calm and a focus, and you might even experience some happiness. It sounds a little counterintuitive, doesn't it? You think more people means more happiness, but not necessarily. We all saw what happened in Aussies during the Rona with people stabbing each other over toilet paper. More people doesn't necessarily mean better. Same goes with friends. Trim the fat, free up your time, and don't waste it on people who don't really care about seeing the best version of you come to life. If you have big goals like what I do, you want to have people around who are going to be supportive of that 10-year vision. I love it when people share their big goals, because I'm the kind of personality that gets really excited. Somebody shares their big dreams and my mind starts ticking over with ideas of what I can share to help them achieve that. It's such a thrill to me, and so now I want to also be surrounded by people who want the best for me. But it took me a while to realize that not everybody thinks that way. There are some people who want you to stay the same because you fit into their jigsaw puzzle of how they perceive their life. You dare not change your shape, because then you're no longer the scapegoat that the whole family decides you're to blame for everything, so they don't have to face their problems. Get adopted if you need to. I actually don't know if adults can be adopted, but I don't know, do they? I don't know, but that'd be kind of cool. I think you can choose your family. You can choose your family. So it takes deliberate focus and paying attention to who is surrounding you, because that will influence your environment and ultimately whether you thrive. I'm curious, which step resonated with you? Would you start clearing the people clutter in your life by moving? By telling the truth? By not engaging? Or would you move country and start all over again fresh? Let me know in the comments, or if you have your own strategy that helps. You're not alone here. We all are trying to navigate life a little better, and if you've got some suggestions, please share. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great week, and bye.